For those who just tuned in here, welcome to Blood's Tepish Saga of becoming the ultimate power, our Blood Sorcerer Vampire. We're about to hit Act 3, and with this very ensemble, thought I should welcome thee. Let's dismiss them. Silence. That's true, our first character was actually not the ranger, it was a half-orc who died meeting Vlakith and being kind of rude to her. Or very naively, he's like, "You're a god, why don't you do your work yourself?" And Vlakith is like, "I'll show you," and snipped, and then it was game over. And we decided that it was the perfect ending for that saga of that orc. So we never came further than Act 1. And then we started a new character who was then a strength-based ranger called Cormaker, like myself. I made him look as much as possible as myself. And for those interested, you can see the full playthrough of our good, neutral good, strength-based ranger playthrough on the tubes. But yeah, now we are with Vlad as the Dark Urge. And he's very manipulative. He's prying into friendship and then backstabs you, as it happened with the tavern over here earlier, where we made them believe that we're their friends at the Last Light Inn, just to slaughter the whole place. There we go.
Looks like an army marched through here.
Definitely was an army marching through here. Let me know how the audio mix is, chat, if it's not too loud. But let's move onwards to Baldur's Gate. By the end, I had 18s in both strength and dex.
Defeated, the path ahead clear. You should be elated.
Oh, that was so cool.
The sight of the land you leave behind does nothing to alleviate
That's fantastic, Ribbon.
your sorrow.
Story time, and I'll be with you, chat. Well, that was a short story time. Sure, we tried a halfling as well, Draz. Wow, why did I put them into the brains of forgetting? Probably because I didn't really enjoy playing the halfling. I guess that one. Took me a while to realize that Blanket was such a poser that she was just using the level 9 spell Wish from D&D to end you there. Most potentially. I hate you. I hate this dude so much.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir.
Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Larian. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the prison bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
My prodigal bloodkin is among them.
They live.
Barely. I made mince of their ugly mind matter. And if they dare return, I will strip out their offal.
I'm getting so So, goosebumps from Orin. And not in a good way. She's creeping me out so hard. This is such 18th cartoon scheming, I love it. It's fantastic. Mary Galbine. Love the name, by the way. She's so chill. Super weird. Oh, look at that, there's Panda. Our run was quite wild, so... a lot of people died from the companions you can meet. But I recommend to watch it on YouTube if you want to see it from the very beginning. What a wild adventure this Vlad Tepes had.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
Wow, what a view. What a view. I like this superhero posing moments there. So, hey Minthara.
It does not surprise me that Shadowheart's faith was based on a lie. Deception is the sum of Shah's design.
Who it is? Need to talk about some private matters. We had that already. Did we broke Minthara?
Not directly.
We had that talk already with her.
Themselves, for them, very well.
Where do you first encounter the cult of the Absolute?
A true soul came to my city preaching a message of togetherness, accompanied by 2 novices. Menzoberranzan is not fertile ground for such messages. I killed them and hanged their bodies in my garden.
Decorative corpses, an interesting design choice.
I would have picked prettier corpses if my intentions had been aesthetic. This was a warning against heresy. I was not content with the warning, though. I intended to wage war on their insolent god and the rest of its followers. Even as the flesh sagged and sloughed away from their eyeless skulls, their audacity infuriated me. I had to know where they came from. And whoever sent them was counting on my curiosity overcoming my caution.
So you've followed the path back to Moonrise?
Yes. All it took was a simple act of necromancy, and the corpses told me where I needed to strike. Moonrise Towers.
You waged war against Moonrise?
No. I was prepared for combat, but I intended to strike subtly. As it turned out, to my shame, I was defeated without even drawing my weapon. I came to Moonrise with a retinue of warriors and assassins, the best House Bainray had to offer.
Ooh.
I expected a battle, but found a fully laden feast table and a welcome befitting a house matron. Ketheric expected us, expected me, and I fell for his flattery.
Oh. Understandable. He gave you a welcome you felt that you deserved.
Perhaps I deserved what came after the welcome as well.
Most likely,
Ketheric
you fell for
proposed
it.
an alliance between Moonrise and Menzoberranzan. I admit I was captivated by him. He invited me to the head of his table as his guest of honor. I was wary, of course. If I had been in his position, the food would have been poisoned. It was not the food I should have been wary of. It was the pale woman at the foot of the table. Orin the Red. We had barely begun to eat when she spoke for the first time. I only caught one word, my name. Then, quick as lightning, she climbed onto the table, a dagger in each hand, and skipped toward me, slicing the throats out of my men as she passed them.
What? What kind of cinema movie is that? She was running at the big, long table, swords, daggers out, and just like slicing all the throats of her men running to her. That must have been terrifying.
Few things frighten me. Orin is one of them.
I'm curious how she will react when we find Orin.
His hand on my shoulder, the grip tight enough to crack the bone. When Orin stood before me, she touched the dagger to my eye, drawing out a tear of blood. I want this one, she said. Ketherick nodded his permission, and I was taken below. You've seen the horrors of the colony.
Yeah.
Orin kept me there for days. She forced me to watch as my men were processed. Some for food, others as thralls. And then she placed the tadpole in my eye herself.
Wow. You shall have your revenge.
That is certain. You know the rest as well as I do. There were massacres before the Grove. Religious communities mostly. Those who refused to convert. Then there was you, and now there is freedom. Soon there will be vengeance.
I'm thinking about too, she reminds me of Rebinga from Barbie. Who's Preminger again in Barbie? Okay. That's it in terms of chatter. So, Stadion.
The gate is closed, as is Cazador. And we are no closer to knowing why that bastard is so obsessed with getting me back.
We will kill him no matter what.
To tell you the truth, I don't know whether we can defeat Cazador. Not unless we can figure out more about what he's plotting. I think we should track down my fellow Spawn. I'm not exactly looking forward to a reunion, but perhaps they'll know something. If we can find them, we can force them to tell us what he's been doing since I was gone. And honestly, I imagine they'll be coming for me in the night if I don't.
Oh. Interesting. Relistul, damn Cormac, do you used to watch, listen on Twitch by any chance? Yeah. Relistul. Listen was a good friend of mine. We even played together some games. We did some... What's it called? Gloomhaven roleplay together. I remember your name. How you doing? Happy 2025. So lovely to have you here. I miss Listen somehow. I hope he's doing well. I saw he's driving around on motorbikes quite a lot. We shall look for your spawns.
Unless Cazador's changed their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town, seeking prey. We should get to them first. Then we can make their pretty tongues talk.
Okay. Hunting vampire spawns, I'm down for it. Down for it. Arkard, how you doing? You should be getting out of bed by watching me instead, is that? Oh my. Hello there. Oh. Give me a shout out for Arkard. Another lovely comic creator. Hands are above sheets. I cannot see it. As a little boy that would just watch the cartoon channel non-stop, whether it played the Barbie cartoons was quite gnarly in animation. I can't remember those those cartoons. The only cartoons that kind of like shockingly remained with me is that weird pink dog that lived in a farm with an old couple and had like a hole in the teeth. That was the wildest cartoon I've ever seen in my life. Like, what the frick were the creators smoking when they created that thing? Oh, it's just Panda. I was like, what the hell? What devil is there in the camp? So I think eternity has passed. Realistul. Pescutine. Da. Or Eternitate. Dame Aelin.
My resplendence honors yours.
She's such a babe. Oh, we had the chat already with her. Never mind. Nothing new that we can take out of the conversation with her. What about over here? Are we doing Shadow Hearts?
Almost pleasant traveling with company. If you ignore all the less pleasant aspects.
Never mind. Nothing new to chat about. Anything up here? Okay. Looks like we are heading to camp. This looks different from how I remember it. What is person with wings next to the skeleton boy? It's an merc, a mercenary that you hire through him. It's just a soulless vessel that he creates because Karlak died, Lae'zel died, Gale died, Will is gone, and I remained with Astarion, Minthara, and Shadowheart. But I needed a magical wielder, so Shadowheart is replaced with Minthara, and we have created Panda ourselves, and he is an proper Cambion, if I'm not mistaken. Horns, wings, all the shebang. We have quite a lot of mods, and I'm also playing with VSW, so I'm running around, third person, looking around instead of the top view and clicking, and have this camera mod going on. Also, the HUD is a lot modded, and we're playing as an Blood Sorcerer. That's in homebrew class, and he's a vampire, so we can turn into bats and fly around. We can turn into fog as well. I mean, it's closed over here, transform into mist. Actually, yes, fog. It can be a mist cloud going around. These kind of vampiric abilities. I can bite people, similar to Astarion, but I'm not a spawn, I'm a full-on vampire. Is this patch 8 after dark? No, it's not patch 8 yet. Patch 8 is still in stress tests because we don't have auto mode that I'm very excited to get. But yeah, we're gonna let Baldur's Gate cook quite a lot after we finish this run, and then we start another one where I'll put the wheel into your hands, Chad, I think. And wow, what a view. What a view. We'll see. We'll see. Dude, what GPU do you have? Can I run it with an HP Victus with a 3050? 2-minute man? I have a 2080 Ti. So you with a 3050, you should be more than good. More than good. I think the 3050 does run around 50% better and stronger than the 2080 Ti that I have installed. So you should be fine.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast.
2 chosens left.
All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prison and the mysterious visitor inside of it.
True.
With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. And what then? You are prone to impulses as uncontrollable as the gods themselves. Will you even have a say in what you do? Will you liberate the true souls from their parasites and their religious
2 minutes, thank you for the follow.
delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes?
Good question here. Good question. Actually, the 50 series, the XX50s, are super entry level. Oh, is it below the 2018 power? Or do we kind of like the same, maybe even a little bit above? Interesting. I didn't know that, Riven Blade. Thank you for shedding some light there. I will reap a savage fate on this world unlike any that has ever been seen. I will succeed where the Chosen will fail. I will dominate the world.
A thrill courses through you at the thought. You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
Hear me. Gather. The reckoning is upon us. The city thirsts for domination. March. Join.
What in the frick?
You're under attack.
Ninjas are attacking. And there seem to be damage as well. Astral portal. Oh boy. Level 9 Yankees. Okay, so Mithara, you are first. Let's have the aura of courage. That should be running non-stop on you. Force tunnel. I cannot do that. I can Misty Step up there. I wonder, can I bonk the Astral Prisoner? I shall try.
Minions for such tasks.
I cannot. Hi, Gishrak.
A wise move.
Okay, let's move up here. And start some bonking. Good. Do I have to go in there? I guess it's me that I have to go inside. So... threatened. Have is interrupted. Can I shoot at you at least? I can. Okay. Let's mark you. Hunter's mark. Hey there, Fred. The actual hack is Panda. Panda Vision is one of my viewers. Since nearly all companions died, I had to do some mercenaries through Withers. Skip the portal before the absolute takes control. 3 turns. So we create the Panda. Let's make the Rock of Realms. There we go. Nice crit hits on that. Go for another swing. That's a miss. That's not good. Let's go for a bite. No, action search. Action search doesn't take action. Okay, let's do the bite then.
You're mine.
That's a video NPC gamer. He can't be viewer. Can't trick me. I didn't, Fred. Draz, can we have a shout out for Arncard and Fred? Are you excited about Kingdom Come Deliverance too? Action search. Good. And complete it. Shoot another one. Arrow of ice. Critical miss.
Tadpole scum!
Ow. Ow. Anna's getting bitch slammed. Do not react. Shield blow.
Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
I guess only I have to come to the portal, right? Summon a wolf.
Good idea.
Let's go over there and yum. Can we still do a dash action? Yes, we can dash.
What path lies before me?
Let's run, let's run, let's run. That's turn one.
Ever easy.
So, you, my friends, will cast Armor of Aegis, level 4. Run by to trigger an attack of opportunity. We make straight up Hellish Rebuke back to you. That's 40 damage on you, even though it's not our turn. And not enough movement speed. Damn it. Okay, fair enough. So, one strike. That's a miss. Let's make the Spirit Shroud. All the moments.
For the slaughter.
His wings are flapping. His wings are flappity.
Now they see me.
Let's go. Of course, of course. Give me 1 second. Do you want an arrow of many targets up there? No. Gonna be a normal shot. That's a miss. Shame. Shame, shame, shame. Can you explain Panda's build? It feels like none of those core stats mesh well. So,
Behold the dance of death!
our lovely Panda over here is semi-focusing on int. What we want to do with him is he is an mix of Warlock, Cleric, and Wizard. So we want to have from the Warlock our free mage armor, the Armor of Shadows, that we can cast upon us. So we get our arcane wards going up to protect us from damage. And then we go for the wizard, so we can cast high-level spells and go on high-level armor of Aegis. Where is it? Over here. Armor of Agathis. That's the one. So we punch him up with temporary hit points, let him have low AC, and cause attack of opportunities by walking by. And also try to let them attack him. So they're, you know, getting damage from his armor of Agathis quite a lot. Triggering those. Wouldn't Warlock Rick Source be better? Sorcerer is kind of limited in the spell slots, but would potentially also work for the same idea. Could potentially also work, but we went for an Abjuration Wizard. So that we have our shieldy and armors and whatnot leveled up. But Sorcerer could potentially also work. I'm not so sure if Sorcerer gets the armor of Agathis. But it could be wrong. His wings are flabbity-flabbing.
Go for the throat.
So you're done. Project the ward up top there. Chill blow. Either prone. God damn it.
Come quickly! I can't do this without you.
Fair enough. We're coming quickly. Good. Lying up there. Level 3. Want to take her out? Let's take her out first. Or at least try. Nearly.
Never a dull moment.
Nearly.
Need to find a way forward.
That should be enough. Dash. Go to the Astral Prism. There we go. So the Armor's a Warlock spell, was it? Get spell bags from short rest with Warlock Source and both scale off Charisma. Probably that would have been the more optimized builds. If we would go Warlock Sorcerer and focus on Charisma with the stats. Looks like our friend is having some problems here. I'm holding the barrier. Oh, we're coming. Give me a short rest. Yeah, we don't have to stuff scaling of on Int and Wisdom. Just Wisdom Charisma. I might look into that. Maybe reskill Panda into an Warlock Cleric Sorcerer. So let's go on with some vampiric claws. Nice. Smack her some more. With that we become invisible. For our next attack. And we just became visible because we picked that item up. Oh wait, the other ones are not moved yet. Let's give him Hellish Rebuke, why not?
What are they?
You need my expertise.
Oh wow, she can jump far. Holy moly. Wow. But that's some very good input, Fred. Thank you kindly. It's been sadly a while since we've created the build itself. I'm not 100% sure
It's not over.
anymore why we went for the wizard direction. Let's go for another vampiric claw.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
There we go.
No one back home will ever
Hurry.
believe this.
I can't hold them back alone.
We went for the cleric stuff with the Tempest cleric, so we can do dual. Oh wait, his stats are missing. I just noticed. So we could do dual staffing.
Where am I? What's going on?
I need you now.
Yeah, we're coming. Don't you worry. Weave moss.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Ooh. I just realized, Fred, that I'm very bad at explaining you the exact build that I was going there for with Panda.
Before you do anything, I am your ally. We are in danger. The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you.
This happens so differently with our first character.
I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me.
Prove to me that you're the one who you say you are.
You slept with the Drownman, Dara. You pleased her. You saved the Asima Night Soul from her soul cage. You let me live last time you were here, though it brought Blackith's wrath upon you. Your continued existence as yourself, and not a mind flayer, should be all the proof you need. Now, help me.
Hashtag kill him, Panavision, how you doing? How's it Tuesday so far? I'm pretty sure that your casting stat becomes whatever your last level class was. No. Depends on the spell that you use. It scales off different things. And it also depends on your beats. For example, you could, as in Warlock, see that your spells are scaling with Charisma, for example. Make love with him for the achievements. How would Vlad interact in this situation? It's kind of having a big grudge against the Mind Flayers. 3. He saved us. Would he trust his words, though? Would he care? For the Mind Flayer. Then again, would he kill something that kept him alive? Eat a train. I'm thinking would try to analyze it, help him in this situation until Vlad knows of how he could obtain the power to maintain his security on his own. And not kill that off that kept him sane and not getting controlled by the Mind Flayer, by the Absolute. So... Worm plus brain minus Emperor equals bad? Yeah. Most likely train. Hi, Dan. Welcome in. How do I help?
The god. Destroy the god. They prevent me from subduing their master. Do it now!
Join the Mind Flayer's fight.
Together, we can turn the tide.
Can we now? Holy moly, there's a lot. I think I want the alerts. Feats on all my characters. We are standing very close to another. All of us. Not very happy with that. Let's go up here. Can we still shoot? We can still shoot him. It's essentially another Vlakiv situation. Select the game over screen. Oh, interesting. That would have been an interesting end of our permadeath run. Bad panda. I would have chosen it if it would have fit the narrative during our roleplay. I would have chosen that, it would have fit the narrative. Humanoid. Doubles the damage on the humanoid. But now. Good shooting. Another crits. Nice. Action surge. Good. Was some good damage there. Could have been better if we would have put the Hunter's Mark first on it. But didn't go this far. Interesting. Goes for the Mind Flayer. To give you encounters humanoid? They should be. Humanoid, yeah. Because they're like human-esque body form. So we're gonna focus target.
I will enjoy this.
Or not. Radiant Shroud. Radiant Spirit Shroud. Oh, some casting scrolls. Ah, there we go. Good that they were shooting their stuff at the Intellect Devourers first.
Destroy the Honor Guard.
Fear Domination did not work. What the? What? You're still there? Gods. That is a little bit unfair, but is what it is. Dash.
With haste.
Coming in.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Good. We're going into zealous fighting. We're calling upon a wolf. Lupus Major. And we move it in. Mark you with Hunter's Mark. Action Surge. Vampiric Claws. Vampiric Claws. Good. At least one honor guard is down. Embrace the Inferno. Protective ward. So, Wolf, what can you do? Bites, 2d4 piercing. Lunging bite, lunge at the target and bite it, possibly knock it prone. Lunging bite. No prone hitting. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Don't linger.
Let's sure give a humanoid. Humanoids are basically just stuff with 2 feet, 2 arms, and a head, torso that can talk. Talking is optional. I love the explanation, but you're totally correct. Can I shoot you down? Probably not happening. What as much? What is much?
Just like
go into hiding. Shield bow. There we go. Set here on your ass. Now we attack him with advantage. Maybe we're lucky and we do a crit. No crit. Still no crit. What's a good damage though? Jumping. Hold person on multiple targets. But she managed only to hold person on Panda. Come on, Emperor. Deal with her. Concentration broken. Fantastic. Thank you kindly. That one is as good as dead. How about we just bite off that Githyanki? There we go. Should have the happy skill now as well.
With haste.
I'm gonna go next to you. I'm gonna put his blood bulwark on us, giving us some temporary hit points. 17. We're just gonna Eldritch Blast the living crap out of you. Some flames. Lunge bites. Prone thing survived. Oh, he killed his own. Interesting. Interesting. Let's go for that Gishrag lady. 32. 22. She gone. What was a direction? Grass, can we have a shout out for nerd? / shout out or exclamation mark SO in the name. Both commands work now. Please, my dear Vikings, go share some love with your friend. Fantastic creator.
On your command.
And actually, I'm not 100% sure anymore why we went with that skilling with Panda instead of Sorcerer. There you go, thank you kindly. Everybody share some love over to Draz. To Fred. Draz. My brain is not computing today again.
I must regain control of the Yankee Prince.
So, can't reach destination. Let's jump over there. Smack you. Fuck of the realm. Down he goes.
Thank you. That was too close. Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer. Yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
I noticed it much.
Everything to that. Oh, I don't like this one bit.
I do ask you again, who are you? And I'm going to need a name this time.
You may call me the Emperor. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I long.
Pedophile.
That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals, unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed, and they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stelmane. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call the Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell.
Okay.
But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become.
This Lord Gortash was one of the chosen in the colony.
Indeed. His hubris knows no bounds. To enslave me, that was his nature. But to enslave an Elder Brain, a questionable decision. I shall look forward to sharing his downfall with you.
Do you have to eat the criminal brains?
Rather them than potential future allies. Like you.
Oh boy. Brad, if you're still here, what kind of runs did you play so far? What kind of characters have you made? The Githyanki in the sphere. Who is it?
Prince Orpheus, son of the first leader of the Githyanki. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the Elithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Blackith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Blackith wanted his power, he refused, and so she sealed him within this prison. His honor guard, ever loyal, followed him in. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my homeland, Prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control.
We've done a paladin, monk, storm sorcerer, planning on a sword bard at some point. Ooh. I'm planning on a Jackie Chan run with a drunken fist monk. Do you want to do Lae'zel romance run where I free Orpheus, maybe even as a gift? I've heard that there's an interesting ending with Lae'zel where if you have the egg, you romance Lae'zel, and the whole part of her opening the eyes of Vlaakith's betrayal. And of course there's the way where she embraces Vlaakith and whatnot. Yeah, you were that, Draz, I think, who shared that. So that's also quite intriguing. There's so many potential endings with this whole shebang. I'm really, really, really enjoying what they've done with this game. So you want to see it yourself? Totally understand. Well, you imprisoned here too.
No. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the astral prison. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt it change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside and found Orpheus. I realized what the prison was for. Containment. While my body was within the prison's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You.
I see. I thought it was the most fun. The best part of being a warrior of some god cult is that there are no moral gray areas, only black and white morals. Nothing in between. That's fantastic. Do you actually see a proper influence of your god as a paladin? Does he like present himself or something like that in that direction? Man, paladin will also be intriguing. There's also a lot of paladin equipments for you in the game. And you lose your powers really noticeable if you go against your oath. Fair point. But how easy is it to stray off your path? In terms of what you do. Like, if I would be a paladin and I poisoned the goblins in the goblin camp, would that be against my beliefs and against my things of being a paladin? As an example. Could we kill Orpheus and seize his power?
There may come a time when that is necessary. But there is no guarantee that his power would survive his passing. The risk is too great.
Fair enough.
The moment his protection is gone, you would become enthralled to the Elder Brain, just as I would. We may look different, but to the Elder Brain we are already the same. Thralls in its
We are alike in other ways too.
I'm glad you think so. I agree. But there is one thing that you have that I do not. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. Yours continues to limit you. As an Illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You too should embrace this change.
Quick question, where are we in PAX D? I think Draz can help you out on that, and there's also a specific channel in the Discord for PAX where all the info is in there as well. I'm trying to avoid becoming a Mind Flayer.
I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elden Ring if you embrace your latent Illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastating beauty. If you let me, I can evolve you.
Chad, a quick question. If we evolve to become a Mind Flayer, or do we just have this kind of like veiny things in our face? What would that entail?
You will be able to do things you never thought were possible. There will be physical alterations, of course, but only partial. You will retain most of your current form, and you will soon see that the benefits outweigh any perceived loss.
So do I remain still in our beautiful, charming physical form, or do we grow some tentacles if we evolve? How much do you enjoy tentacles? Me, not at all. Not so sure about Vlad. Vlad is kind of a power-hungry maniac. If you get involved with me, why can't you stop Metamorphosis altogether?
The answer is twofold. One, I can, but it would kill you, as I told you before. Two, why would I? You have done well with the limited form you have, but you would do far better as an Illithid. So, do you wish to evolve or not?
Give me the power, do it!
I'm happy to have more powerful friends, but, well, better you than me.
You continue to surprise me. Your mind is truly something special. Now, hold out your hand.
I would hope that keeping current form would open some possibilities in this Starring Quest. You would hope? Why so? Do as it says.
It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another.
What is it?
A tadpole, nurtured by the psionic energy of the astral plane. Cocooned here for millennia, it has become extraordinary.
Probe the tadpole's intentions. Oof. 14. First roll of today.
The tadpole screams for growth with painful intensity. It has been starved of life, of purpose. It welcomes your probing like a void waiting to be filled. If you let it, it will evolve you, just as the Emperor said.
No, go for it. Pin it. Eat it.
What are you?
A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens, its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast.
I suppose, if it works. But if you had opened your mind to it, rather than consuming it, your allies could have taken advantage of its power as well.
The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure...
Blood doesn't care for allies.
Different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
You are exquisite. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain and bring it under our control.
Half-Lithids. If you embrace your morphosis and become a half-Lithid, you can now unlock even more powerful psionics. Well, then he kind of goes, what the fuck? Yeah, I should have been more specific, but why did you eat it? It was funny. The word deals additional damage equal to the wisdom modifier on unarmed strikes. I'm gonna take them with us in case we might need to make another character. So we have some equipment lying around. For whoever becomes a character.
Ready. Anything of use?
There was no thing to kiss the tentacle, and no, I'm not kissing any tentacles. I mean, Vlad is not kissing any tentacles. Unless there is the potential of becoming more powerful. Ooh, look at that. You have deepened your sense of self, gaining expertise in persuasion, deception, and intimidation checks. What else do we have? Invade a target's mind and disrupt its defense. The target's armor's class is reduced by 1 for 5 turns. When an enemy within 80 meters targets you with a spell of a level that is lower than or equal of your proficiency bonus, you can use your reaction to nullify the spell. Hello there. Create a point of intense gravity that pulls in all nearby enemies and possibly slows them. Dude, what kind of crazy things do we have here? Mind Blast. Sculpt a magical nexus that hastens creatures within it. Haste for everybody sounds very powerful. I'm gonna grab the Illithid expertise as well. And we're gonna grab the Mind Blast first. So, leave the astral plane. Minthara has an exclamation mark. Let's go to her.
Good time for a chat.
As you approach Minthara, you feel her mind reaching out to yours, tentative and curious. Then it retreats, soft as a whisper.
Sorry. Old habits.
Until today, I don't fully understand why people there are who said BG3's story is bad. I guess it's a taste thing. What are you apologizing for?
I did not ask permission. When we first met, before moonrise, I intruded on your thoughts without hesitation and took what I needed from your memories. I would not do that again, unless I had reason to think you were hiding something from me. And I do not. I did not think we would ever share anything more than an uneasy alliance, born of our mutual enmity for the Absolute. I was wrong. A deeper bond has grown between us. I trust you. But I would like to touch your thoughts again, now that my mind is my own. May I?
Only if I can see your thoughts as well.
Of course. I do not hide anything from you. Until my time in the cult of the Absolute, I had spent little time on the surface, except to raid and pillage. I did not expect to find any outside the Underdark who saw the world as I do, and wanted from the world what I want. I did not expect you.
Oh my. You're rather special yourself.
I have been told that I am special since my mother first held me in her arms. The burden of expectation. Before the Absolute, I lived a life of certainties. I knew that I was destined for greatness because I was born to it. I also knew that my inherited privilege came with a cost. That the bonds of fellowship and family could be broken by envy and ambition. I could not enjoy the taste of food for fear of poisoning.
Story writing in Pathfinder is better than
friends,
BG3.
because I feared they hid knives behind their smiles. In spite of the danger, I was happy. I knew myself, and I understood the world around me. Now, nothing is certain. Without Lolth, without the Absolute, without my home, I do not know myself. But you do, I think. Show me myself through your eyes. Let me see what I am to you.
Open your mind and let her in.
She joins her thoughts with yours, and you are as one. You share in her strength of mind and formidable will, but also the doubts that eat at her conviction. Those doubts cluster in swarms, and the thickest is around her sense of self. She pushes past, revealing the image of her you hold in your mind. What does she see?
A lover.
The cold shell of Minthara's mind melts away, and you are drawn into the heart of her. Warm, passionate, and dangerous.
I have never lacked confidence, but this conflict seems so much bigger than the two of us. It frightens me. I do not know if we will survive it, but whatever life remains to us, I would gladly spend it fighting at your side and lying
That smirk.
with you at night.
Oh. There is nothing. I want more. I want more, except of power, of course, but I shall not tell you that. There's nothing I want more.
Her mind touches yours, feather light and hesitant. A stark contrast to the confidence with which her thoughts intruded on yours in the past.
Tonight, there will be no voices, no orders, no gods. I belong only to you.
Oh my. Chad, I have a feeling we're gonna get a strike again for this episode, like the last one. I had to redo the thumbnail 500 times. Or YouTube was not very pleased about calling the episode Vlad the Impaler and making a very kinky thumbnail for it. So, be prepared. For probably some skins that we're gonna see. Go to bed. Sleeping with some corpses around us. I thought there's like some sort of cutscene or something like that happening. Probably not. And Shadowhunt has white hair now. What the frick?
So, there's been a mind flayer inside the artifact, or astral prism, the whole time we've had it. Sounds like utter madness, even though I've seen it with my own eyes.
You too, Dragon Lady.
The more I learn, the less I understand just why I was sent to retrieve that thing.
100% golden.
But it matters little now. I do not serve Shah anymore, nor the Mother Superior. The prism is no longer my mission. Saving my parents is. But I digress. Did you want something?
What is with your hair?
Fine. What's on your mind?
That was all?
Be honest. What do you think of the new look?
Oh, there we go. How did you manage it?
An unexpected benefit of my training. Any novice knows how to source the right herbs and mixtures to alter one's hair. Typically reserved for disguises and subterfuge rather than self-discovery. But I don't live by Shah's rules any longer.
I do love it.
Well, I'm glad someone does. Perhaps I'll get used to it. I have a lot to get used to right now.
You're such a charming character. Such a charming character. Love it, there's love, pain, and a path of clarity. When you have 30% hits, you gain a bonus attack rolls and wisdom saving throws. So...
Shadowheart looks different. A change of diet, perhaps?
Private matters? It's the same thing.
Very well.
Okay. I think that's her character's bugged a little bit. I guess, because it normally should have triggered a second episode here during the night time. But okay. Leave camp. We should enter now Baldur's Gate. It's like that can happen from modding. That's always the risk, and we know. Yeah, it always happen. It also can happen in vanilla. So, is what it is.
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves and take their nether stones.
1%. Monbus Wikis. Charisma. Charisma. Brad did point something nicely out. Why did we went for int this time with the character instead of charisma? I actually do not remember or recall why. Was it that? Maybe. Rogue Mercils. And here we arrive at Baldur's Gate. Backpacks. More backpacks. Taking everything. A waypoint discovered.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum.
That is your problem, kid. Get lost. There's anything to trade.
But, I don't know where to go.
The child ignores you. Would you like me to dispose of her?
That is not my problem.
All right. Sorry.
What do you want, Mithara?
I do not understand why the matrons, patriarchs of the city do not open their gates to the refugees.
I'm surprised to hear you suggesting aid for those in need.
I was not suggesting they be allowed to roam free. They should be put to work. The city needs laborers and fodder to protect it.
Oh, interesting idea. It's only fair that they should earn their keep.
Yes. And if they work hard enough for long enough, the city might allow them to earn their freedom one day.
Slavery. Straight up.
Nearly there now. You see the city?
Oh boy.
That's not what I meant. But if you do insist on continuing to be difficult...
What's happening here?
The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia! Get these spotters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
This is quite a pitiful estate to be fighting over.
This is my home. I may pride myself on my philanthropy, but I draw the line at being a halfway house. Zenobia and I are just navigating a slight contractual disagreement. Not that it's any of your concern.
I gotta make the squatters disappear for half as much as this lot are asking. $32, oh my goodness gracious.
You don't exactly look desperate for gold, but I can't help but admire such solid business acumen. Very well. Get the job done, and you'll be paid and be in my good graces.
Do you think you're clever coming in and undercutting us, sweetheart? We were about to make a bit of extra cash before you butted in. You owe the guild a cut.
Do we now?
Is the little dog trying to intimidate us? If it continues to bark, I will snap its neck.
The Guild, a loose coalition unifying every criminal outfit in the city under one collective rule, from cut purses to contract killers.
Gold is nothing to me. My only pleasure in life is blood, and I'll be having yours. With advantage of it.
I think you're overestimating your abilities somewhat. But I haven't got time for this. Come on, boys. We've got places to be.
Is that it? Hello there.
I see those animals are out of the picture. Can we stay now? Or are you going to turn us next?
This is private property. You need to leave or I'll make you. Simple as.
You're seriously gonna throw us out? Throw my child out? You're
She proved her
just
chain.
as
Definitely,
bad as
Danny.
the rest of them. Don't worry. We'll go. May Torm split open that hard, blackened heart of yours someday.
Off you go. You there.
All's well that ends well, eh?
Money.
I'm sure the guild will be in touch with any concerns.
The squatters are gone. The house is all yours.
At long last.
Hatch 8 is not out.
Here's your payment, as we agreed. I've got so much to do now, I'd really better get on with it. Excuse me, would you?
Off I go.
I go away for a few days and the place is ruined. Look, I really don't have time to chat. I'm sure you can find someone less busy to listen to you somewhere.
Sure, we don't care for you. We don't care for you. Let's explore a little further. Is that the caravan ox from the beginning? Wait. Speak with animals.
This one time we'll make an exception. As long as you stop sulking and start walking right now.
Do try the grass, should it take your fancy. Such sweetness should be shared.
Is that so? I do not try the grass, thank you, Candy.
Beggars and criminals, and we won't have them. Baldurians, stand with me against this tide that threatens to overwhelm us.
Please just go home.
You're ruining a perfectly uneventful posting with this nonsense.
The Flaming Fists are supposed to protect this good city, but they allow trash and vermin to take our homes and goods. You're a true Baldurian, I can tell. You must understand why we need to keep these strays out of our city.
Oh, we know. Well, Darian, your accent is Rivingtonian. That hardly counts.
Excuse me? I was born inside the city walls, a Baldurian through and through. Wherever you're from, clearly they don't teach manners.
What kind of deaf cleric are we getting?
Refugees can't stay here in Rivington.
I took you for one of them for a moment. The refugees, that is.
Is
You're
that
a
so?
recent arrival for sure, still bearing dust from the road. But you have something they lack.
Wait, is this missing a bad member? I think Danny.
Wretches have nowhere to call home, nothing to live off but what they carry, and nobody to help them but themselves. And me, of course.
Is that so? That sounds lucrative.
Indeed. You'd be shocked by the sort of things they bring with them. Gold and jewels, they can't easily exchange. Heirlooms, rarities, sentimental items, even cremation urns.
Oh, wow.
Alas, you can't eat grandmother's ashes, nor can you easily trade a golden candelabra for a bowl of soup. That is where I come in. Liquidity.
What an ass.
Heirlooms for my gold.
What an ass. A slippery fellow, perhaps his thoughts will reveal what his lips won't. Let's pry into his brain. That I did fantastic at my end. I just love our gaming sessions here. I'm so thankful for everybody watching and following the channel.
Difficult to get a good day's trade done when I'm expected to keep watch for Shadowheart at the same time. Who knows when she'll finally turn up?
Shadowheart? Let's trade then. Let's see, what do we have? Dwarven Thrower. This weapon returns to its owner when thrown. Cold Snap. Well, that's a good one. Smoke Powder Arrow. We'll take that. Once per turn, a creature hit by this weapon will possibly be afflicted with the Fairy Fire. Also not bad. Also not bad. We'll take that hammer. Remove that item. Balance offer. Let's see what we can take away there. In order to still make the deal. There we go. Balance the offer. One throw are we Aragon? It's a really nice weapon, I think. I'm gonna take the Cold Snap as well. Might grab food. Okay, Baldur. That's that. I have an acquaintance you might be more willing to deal with. Her name is Shadowheart.
Is that so? Well, perhaps you should retrieve her then.
No, not interested.
So, what's it like caring for someone other than yourself, Minthara?
You have never tried it, I assume.
Gods no. It sounds like a lot of work.
It takes less work than you devote to maintaining your foppish facade. And it's far more rewarding.
I'll take that. What in hell was that?
Another tremor.
Bloody earthquake!
Dead chickens.
If not over, then through.
All the people are hungry.
If you're here to fill an empty stomach, look elsewhere. Folks swarmed what little was odd, stuffing their pockets. Bloody animals.
Take
Half eaten, half eaten.
That'll be good for a fire, if nothing else.
Dead chickens. Oh.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Sense to move quicker than us.
To be wiped out, exterminated.
Let's move.
Oh yeah. Put the Agati shield on you.
All is ash and meat.
And Minthara. Eat spell.
Intestines throb. Blood whispers.
The Gur camp.
Rechtei Hathran Rust. Frey Valdisk Durovna. Frey Vald Iskablast.
You've clearly walked into some kind of ceremony, but it's nothing that you recognize. You do recognize the language, however. These people are Gur, a tribe of monster hunters, just like the one you met in the Hag Swamp.
Im Orak. Nete. Krasin. Netra.
Oh, hello there.
So, the impossible spawn walks among us in the blazing sun. We have been looking for you.
What do you want with us, Tarion?
The last time your friend came to our camp, he stole our children, our future.
Did he now?
When we sent Gandrel after you, we wanted to interrogate you, to discover how to save our children and then destroy you. But things have changed. You have changed. Is it true you left your master? That you broke the spell that binds you to him?
Well, I mean...
She kind of looks like the grandma
it's
Ethel.
a long story, honestly.
Yes, the Stadion is free now.
Free? Not while his master still lives. But he has perhaps earned a second chance. We have tried to save our children once already, attacking Khazad-dûr's palace at first light. Even then, it was too well defended. But if his own spawn approached, someone he thought he could control, he would throw his doors open and welcome you in.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Inside, you could do what we could not. You could save the children you damned.
You don't know Khazad-dûr like I do. He's merciless. You want me to march into the lion's den and save your children? But I promise you, they're already dead.
How can you be so sure, Stadion?
I spent 200 years bringing him victims. Each and every one was whisked away to be fed on that night.
But you never saw him feed yourself. He could keep prisoners for days before killing them. If our children are truly gone, then we ask for blood. I know you can understand that, Spawn.
You owe them revenge, Stadion. If nothing else, you owe them debt.
I suppose. Yes. Yes. Revenge, I can do.
Thank you. From me and all my people. If you can do this, we will be in your debt. You have lived a life of violence and sin. You have stolen lives, broken families, and caused immeasurable grief. Doing this will not right those wrongs.
If you're trying to encourage me, you're failing abysmally.
But it will be a start. You may still be redeemed.
You're here.
Let's go. Time is short, but we will see you again when it is done.
Does she sell stuff?
Judgment and do not.
We are begging help from you. I would follow.
I'm just wondering if somebody of you is selling anything.
I pray.
What about you?
Our dead for.
No. Okay.
Still live. What will happen to them if we attack? Another defeat will wipe us out.
We cannot build plans.
We didn't have any interaction with the Cambion since Will went away from our camp.
Wish I had a bag of holding.
And we tried to decipher his bag, but we couldn't figure it out. And the one moment where the devil could decipher it, that kind of was odd. It felt like we jumped over some quest parts. Because we did kill all the rats before knowing about them.
Quite a spot, eh? Knocks the breath out of me to get up here. But the views are worth it.
True. Very, very true. And more dead chickens. You idiots, you know that having them produce eggs would be better for you? Circus poster.
I saw the giant metal monsters guarding the checkpoint.
There's some blood over here. More blood. And more blood. Ooh. There is the circus. What do we have here? Office men. What is the manor? Double doors.
Something over there.
Fire amber. Oh, hello there. A diamonds. Bank pack. And what looks to be a hatch. Starion.
Let's crack it open.
Can you please do some lock pickety? 18. There we go. 30. Fire Amber.
Still in control.
Tickets. Let's go through the hatch.
As if we are a horde of dumb-footed dwergar.
Loot and balls, war drums. Bring some light out. Travelers. A chest. Another fire amber. Steal the whole chest. Instructions for donations. Give it only to them. Only to refugees. Box of fireworks. Box of fireworks. So, latest. The chest out.
Watch your back.
Stadion. Disarm, please. It's a 15. We get a bonus of 13 plus 16, so should be easy. There we go. Lock pickets. Exactly, should be easy. 20, 26.
A headache.
Take the money. Blackmail letter. Offer package still waiting for you at Felgris. You better not be late again. Or start to one of your really committing. Hit up. Put in the teddy bears. Make the donation. Be simpler than that.
Might be worth checking off his donations. Looks like his generosity is compromised.
Traps under the windows next time. You again. Did you need something?
I found some rather sinister things in your basements.
Sinister? Nonsense! Those are experimental toys. Guaranteed to bring a smile to the face of even the unhappiest child. They're extremely
With a boom.
precious. And you shouldn't be poking around in my workshop and tampering with them.
Let's probe his minds. $16, okay.
Keep it together, Arthur. There's no evidence that links this back to you. And you definitely locked the basement before you left.
Yes, you locked the basement, but it didn't help. Whatever you're up to, it ends now. I'm taking you down.
What? No, wait!
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Let me munch upon you. Gold. Dagger. Wooden food. This pass, signed by Gortys himself, scented like vanilla and rosewood. We'll get into the coronation ceremony. Well done. At least that. Anything else in this humble abode of his? Little kitchen over here. We do have enough food. No need to raid the kitchen. What about up top? Closed. Sturdy. Smack it open. Little pouch up here. Arthur Private's musing. Her ample bosoms fluttered like dove fingers brushing against his knee. I shall not read further of this kinkiness. Don't want to read about any bosoms. So we are moving out from here. Double door. I think they come back. The talk about bosoms.
Do you think Dribbles will have his animal friends with him?
Of course.
Good.
He never travels without his friends. Let's go.
But the creepy monster thing.
We could ignore, I think, the whole circus feel.
I don't need any attention right now.
It'd be no different. We might trek all the way there and hear the same. No refugees.
So, Ishmithy. Hello there.
Hi! Or want a blade? Or a bow? Or a dagger? Or maybe a spear is more your thing? You look like you know how to use a spear. By spear. What'd you say? Huh?
That's an odd dragonborn. Show me where's.
Oh, yay!
So what can we grab from her? Rare clothing. You gain temporary hit points whenever you rage. That's something for a barbarian. We don't have one. A new bow. Maybe. Night Stalker. While invisible or hiding, attacks with Night Stalker deal additional 1d8 force damage. That might be something for Astarion.
I hope this is important. For your sake.
That might be something for you. Grab the Night Stalker. Then we have the Dancing Breeze in Glaive. That better than what we have. Not really. The ghoul at the entrance will have something interesting. Try to phrase it like that, Train, because there's some parts I'm not aware of yet. So maybe, like, if you talk to the ghoul, there might be some interesting conversation to have. Half-plate armor. Elven Jean. You consider proficient, but interesting.
Must lug my guts through this hell.
Medium armor. Half plate. Nope, 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 nope. Stalker gloves. You gain initiative rolls. Your sneak attack deals additional force damage. I'll grab that. Nice stalky glovies. The shield shrouds the bearer with force conduit at the start of its turn in combat. What is force conduit? If the entity takes damage while it has 5 or more turns remaining, it deals force damage in a 6-meter radius. Yes or no? Arrow of dragon slaying, arrow of human slaying. Many targets. Thunder. Explosives. Arcane interference. Beast slaying construct. Fire. Ice. Lightning. We never know. We never know, so grab it all. Soothing balm as well. Good. Add me some wares, balance the offer, and let's barter.
Want more? Want less? Wanna sell? Wanna buy?
You know where I am. Buy. This goes to Astarion. All of this goes to Astarion. This also goes to Astarion. Together with a cold stab.
Don't touch me.
So. Classes of dexterity, do I want those? Dexterity would be 17 without them. Chance of blinding target. Extra AC. Yeah. I think the gloves of dexterity are actually better than these darker gloves. Send to camp. Urium.
Nothing hurts anymore.
My word, I'm fine. You're the one who took a beating. More than one way to skin a trap. No! Goodness me, that's terrible.
Goodness me. So we're about to enter the circus.
Let's go inside.
But I think that is a good moment here to end this episode for today and make a cut. We'll see the circus in the next one and what shenanigans will happen there.